Welcome to this video. Thank you so much for tuning in and sharing in this now moment with myself and with one another. If you haven't seen these videos before, welcome back. If you have, my intention is unity and oneness in the highest levels of love light. I just did a light language video, and I'm just morphing this into video number 2. I'll do a little light language and just kind of share some of the messages that I've been receiving. Uwa et ak ustet hen ak uhet inne. Dik uet usto ku ene et iana ha ya hak uwana. Di uwa mok ustet ena hok uet e. Uiahat estene ya mahat et ik ina ya ana uawaha e ine e iste ek ina. Kiawahet ena uat et ek I. Tana ya te ek it uaha et I istene ek ik I ine ek I waha eni ya na. Di ana he I anu hok uwehe et istet ek ina ok uana. So I just want to share briefly. I speak many different languages, and these are all linguistics, plays on words and energies and frequencies that are coming through that I'm expressing. Good boy. So they come through based on what I'm feeling, tapping into different frequencies of expression. Sometimes they're just a merge of multiple ancestral languages. And I just wanted to share that with you, especially if this is the first time you've seen these videos, or maybe the first time you've heard somebody speak in these different languages. For some people, it's very fast and high pitched, and others it's low and tonal, lower tones. I just tap into many different versions of languages that I speak on a multidimensional wavelength, I guess we could call it. So oftentimes they're meant to be felt. They're always meant to be felt. They don't have to be understood on a linear basis. I'm sharing this because a lot of light workers, people, just beings, are starting to speak these languages. And what happens is we go through these moments of judgment about how we sound, or what lineage it's from, or what galactic frequency, or what planetary star system, or what version of Earth, and the message that is coming through time and time again is we're being invited to get out of this construct of what we have been in. We're in a completely different energy. So the more we can let go of the need to label everything and the need to put everything into a box or category, the better equipped we will be with the multidimensionality that we really are. And the less judgment we will have about not only others, but ourselves. Because what intuition and what light language is, and what expansion is, and what ascension is, isn't necessarily what we think it is. And the message that was coming through was like, it's time to get out of our heads. This is blocking this. And this blocks our crown as well. Sometimes we're so in our mind about things, and our mind is not in our body, by the way, from my perspective. We get into our heads and we overanalyze things. And I'm going to go back into flow in just a minute, but I just wanted to kind of take a quick linear perspective at what's happening in these sharings and expressions that I'm offering, and that many others are offering as well, and others are finding, right? Kuet et ukuiste moat et yak ua mokuetiena. Tichte et ik uawe amok uet istena. Kienet iste mokukuet et yenoak iste amokuawena. Teet et istek ukuana het ek uawahet istek ine. Yet amok uestek uenet yawet it ist ukuhen. Kuet en hama et amahak e ukuen. eshten ak et ak ook ak est ak or et ent ak est ak en hak ha et in a hostek in ra ak et ester ak estestok enda et ak enna. So as we merge, all of these frequencies unite to combine a mass consciousness energy. For in each individual frequency, there lies an individual collective, a collection of individual experiences, a collection within each individual of experiences that have come before time, that are time to ignite, that it is time to move into, that it is time to express, and ties us into all of our lineages, past, present, future, above, below, within. Our perception has linked us into certain reality constructs that have allowed us to linearize our understanding, our experience, our moment-to-moment reflections, to understand what it is that is being reflected back to us through our perception. And as we open and we perceive more, we begin to recognize that what it was that we had perceived, that we had, I'm seeing like it's not at all what we thought it was. Let go of the box, the cereal box that you have been pouring from, that you have been closing back up. I'm seeing somebody like pouring cereal. It's like a plan where it's like, we open a box of cereal, we know what is inside of it. We expect it. We expect a certain taste. We know the way it sounds when it hits the bowl and the cereal. We put different things on it, but it's still the same. It's the same package. And what I'm seeing is like, what if you opened a box of cereal and you poured it and it wasn't at all what the box said it was? And that's kind of what they're showing me. My higher guidance team is like, that's what reality is. It's like not at all what you see in front of you. And we have used these skills of mastery, of mastering our matrix, so to speak, of mastering what it is that we are categorizing. So it's like we've become masters of categorization and labels and saying, well, this happens this way, therefore it means that. And that is only a small percentage of our vocabulary. And this vocabulary is a play on words as well, like vocabulary. What is a vocabulary? It's communication, it's vision, it's numbers, it's mathematical, it's shapes, it's sound, and all of this can represent anything. It can represent physics, it can represent mathematics, it can represent science, and it can represent just communication. I almost said English, but any language or any form of communication, writing, whatever. And so recognizing that our maps that we have created are being remapped. Throw out the old maps. Explore your inner landscape and recognize that within you a light has landed. We have clicked into place certain combinations in lock and key that has been I'm hearing leaps and bounds, like we've leapt out of that. We've leapt into another expression, and we've already I'm hearing let go of the interference, let go of the need to process everything in a specific way. Just kind of allow ourselves to just flow right now and to feel the expansiveness in the metamorphosis. We do not need to assign a meaning to everything. Recognize that the meaning is sometimes underneath, like the writing or the reading between the lines, like it comes from within. Not necessarily labeling it based on a reality that we live in externally, exteriorly. For the exterior of something is merely the box in which the interior is held within. We are being invited to expand our box into different frameworks. And I'm hearing archaeology, we could call it sacred geometry, we could call it, my friend was talking about binary code. Whatever our box is, expand it out and play with it and feel that as we morph into this bigger expression of the now moment, we let go of the needs to compare our reality to our old platform, our old archaeology, our old constructs. For we are deconstructing, we are under construction, we are the instruction manuals. We are overwriting the manual that was written on the instruction set that we, I'm seeing like thought about in our head. We are, and this is all a big play on words, like we were given an instruction set, we have a manual, but we're now manually overwriting the manual framework that was written, because that was written by I'm hearing somebody else, and that's a play on words too, like that was written by somebody else other than us, because we are now a different person than we were when we wrote the manual. So it's all a play on words about time, because the structure of time has literally morphed into something that we have no comparison for, because it's so multidimensional and time isn't real. So it is a reality that we are playing in, but we're being invited to even expand that concept. As we let go of the need to place a category, we demystify that which we found as confounding is actually part of our superior intelligence, our superior, I'm hearing supra intelligence. It's like we are accessing that. I'm hearing we invite you to get off the commode. So it's like get off the pot. We invite you to get off the commode. We invite you to get into a different mode, a different camaraderie, so to speak. Find your comrades, your friendships, find them expanding into other ships, into, I'm seeing like back to that commode, like again, that's a big play on words too, because it's a place that we go to not only let go, but to purge. So it's like some of us are purging all of the time, and it's time to create. And others are just sitting there waiting for something to happen, and we're being invited to stop just waiting and to get doing something. And it might be purging and it might be creating, and we're being invited to ask, where are we feeling stuck? And that's our basically old mode of transportation, so to speak. So we're being invited to let go of that and find a new mode, find a new way by changing things up a little bit. So I'm gonna end on that note, because I have so much more to share, but that'll kind of, I can see this going into an hour-long video, and I'm gonna work with the construct of time that I have available to me right now. So in love and light, guys, have fun finding a new mode of I'm hearing communication, transportation, transformation, what did I say, transmutation, information. In love and light. Namaste.